Do you worry about your audience's reaction? And do you actually think about your people as being like an audience? Do you feel like when you are marketing or advertising, do you feel like you're actually just giving some kind of performance, right? Well, I'm just trying to deliver one specific thing, but I have a sea of blank faces staring at me like I'm standing on a stage and I don't know what they're thinking and no one's clapping and no one's laughing, and I'm really worried about putting stuff out there because I just am not sure how it's going to be received. Advertising can take all that away. It really can, because a lot of it's just about practice and just about putting stuff out there and seeing what does resonate, right? But most of all, here's the big clincher. Pretty much everything I said, you can treat it like that. It's not going to be easy for you though. I'll give you an easier way. Advertising and marketing is just a conversation between you and your people. It's a conversation. It's not a monologue, right? Where one person's just talking, right? And you're just hoping the other people are hearing you, but fingers crossed. It's a conversation instead, right? So how can you make your advertising way more of a conversation? You'll see with most of the ads that I put out there, not all of them, but most of them, many of them start with a question, because it does need to be a conversation, if not literally in real time, because an ad's going to reach someone whenever they're stopping to see it, but it needs to become a conversation in somebody's mind. It works best like that. It's easier. It's way easier for you, but it lets your people know that you care and that you're connecting to them, right? This is why we test so much, right? So many people are focused on targeting. Actually, the real clincher with great advertising always comes down to testing, right? Nothing I ever do for people and nothing my students ever find out about and then run for themselves, nothing ever gets run without testing. We don't even talk about budget when we talk about ads until we've talked about testing, because you should never have just one ad going out there. If you have one single ad going out there, you're giving your money away to the forces that be. I will not name names. But make it easier. Take worry out of the equation about what it's going to be and start putting different stuff out there as a conversation, as a dialogue, as a two-way street. It's fine to be disagreed about if you feel passionate about what you are talking about and you want to talk about that with people. I'm deeply passionate about advertising and marketing, because to me it's about nothing but connecting with your people. Otherwise, why would we bother doing any of this? But we do, because it works so well and it moves you so fast. So there's a wonderful quote I want to share with you from someone called Corrie ten Boom. And Corrie was really instrumental, I think, during World War I and helping Jewish people who were trying to avoid the Holocaust situation. But this is what Corrie ten Boom says: "Worry does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow. It empties today of its strength." Worry doesn't empty tomorrow of its sorrow, right? If I'm holding on and worrying desperately, is that going to make me not sad tomorrow? No, it's just going to lessen your focus and your joy and your passion today and now. Worry is the anti-presence maker, right? You can't stay present and focused and actually have a real conversation with people and be present for that conversation if you're worried, thinking about yourself or what it's going to be or how you're, right? All those things don't actually matter. Your concerns are always legitimate, but if you're focused on your people, it's going to work out much better. Let me give you a little bit of a key here. Many people don't know this about me, but I started my life and career as an adult, as an actor. And when the Oscar seasons are, soon upon us, or maybe have passed by the time you've seen this. But suffice to say, great acting is nothing but listening and reacting. That is all it is. But so many people forget that because they're just talking, right? They're just having a monologue. They're actually, or worse, a soliloquy where they're saying what's in their head, but they're not concerned about who it's actually reaching. Ultimately, these things have to be a two-way street. You're going to have an easier time. My goal for you, what I want for you, is that your marketing and advertising especially becomes so much easier. When you take worry out of the equation, you take yourself out of the equation to some degree, right? When you can trust the process, that's another little acting key. When you can trust the process, you know that what you are offering will serve people. It will help people. You want more people to get your hands on whatever it is you're offering because it will help them. Otherwise, right? You probably are not following me if you're all about the money and nothing but the money, right? That's a whole different group of people. Those people are served plenty with other advertising specialists. That's not me though. And that's probably not you. And that's the goal here. I know who my audience is. You know who your audience is. Do you know as much about them as you need to? Can you find out more of what they really want? Can you give them more of that? Because ultimately, what people want is the only reason they're going to stick around, right? If people aren't getting their needs met, they have other reasons that they're trying to figure out, and that is not for marketing and advertising, that's for therapy. But that's a different story. So I want you to allow yourself to take the worry out of the equation so that you can focus on staying present. That will take all the worry so quickly away, and you will be able to connect so much more deeply with people and, again, serve them so much more that, like I was saying on another podcast, on another one of these messages here, right? The more you serve your people's passion, the money then will follow. It all goes together. Advertising is so powerful, but it really is all about your folks and your people. Don't forget about them.